Like Lava in My Veins, from the author Derrick Barnes, and art is by Sean Martinbow and Adriano Lucas. When you enroll at the Academy of Kids with Awesome Abilities, AKWAA, you get to pick your own superhero name. But I didn't need to make up anything. My real name is already super. Bobby Beacon. Beacons lead people and show them the way. You know, I have the power of light and fire. The main reason I'm heading to a new school is because sometimes I have real problems controlling my powers. It ain't easy. Like when I almost missed the bus on my very first day, the driver shut the dang door in my face and laughed. Yo, hold up. He tried to speed off, so I placed my palms on the ground. The road ripped open, and a tidal wave of molten lava formed a wall in front of the bus. Guess what? The driver slammed his boot on the brakes, and he let me in, like he should have done in the first place. We arrived at the academy on time. I'd never seen anything like it. There were gigantic statues and kids flying around with every superpower imaginable. My first week at school, a girl named Paws got expelled for turning a teacher into a statue. She didn't want recess to end. None of us did. All she did was sing. Just floated a couple of sweet notes in the air that landed softly in the ear of the 5th grade teacher named Mr. Remington. He was frozen solid. Paw's parents ended up in Principal Westview's office. We tried so hard to get her powers under control, but Paws is just one of those kids. She's impossible to reach. It was just her first week, so I don't think they tried hard enough. I'm not sure my teacher, Miss Flores, understands me either. Monday, Bobby, please sit down. You can't leave your seat. Tuesday, Bobby, please stop tapping your desk. Wednesday, Bobby, I'm going to send you out if you can't keep your feet still. Thursday, Bobby, you don't have to raise your hand every time I ask a question. Friday, Bobby. I got really heated when Miss Flores wouldn't call on me in class. I knew the answer, too. What are the 2 primary forms of energy produced by burning a candle? Anyone? I started to feel invisible, like I wasn't even there. The lava started racing through my veins, and before I knew it, I'd accidentally melted my chair down. Floor like candle wax. That's the last straw. I ended up in Principal Westview's office. Bobby, I know getting used to a new school is tough, but you can't destroy school property. If you can't learn to control yourself, then you could end up where Paws is, the institution for supervillains. Apparently, they're eager for new talent. Were Principal Westview and Miss Flores giving up on me like they gave up on Paws? All I knew is that the institute was not the place for me. But after my parents had a talk with Principal Westview, something pretty cool happened. They split up my class and added a new teacher. I stepped my foot in the door. I heard a new voice. Welcome, Bobby. Now we can begin. The amazing Bobby Beacon is here. So glad to see you, Bobby. My name is Miss Brooklyn. She really called me amazing. And she said she was glad to see me. That stuck with me all day. She had a cluster of freckles around her nose, just like my mom. She even wore her hair up in a wrap like my mom. And just like me, she loved Langston Hughes. Look at my face, dark as the night, yet shining like the sun with love's true light. LH. One of the best things about Miss Brooklyn was she listened. She let me talk without rushing me, and more than anything else, she saw me. She saw me. When I got frustrated with a math problem and my temper began to rise, Miss Brooklyn calmed me down with her soothing voice. Close your eyes, Bobby, and take 5 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale slowly. Now open your eyes and say to yourself, peace, be still. I did what she said and it worked. The bright orange lava that could usually be seen pumping through my veins calmed all the way down. Made us a space with books, magazines, a little fountain, and a beanbag chair that she called the chill zone. We go there to remove any silliness that may have cramped up in our bones. I'm in the chill zone a lot. And so's this other kid. His name is Sincere. Sincere is a funny dude. He'll ask you questions like, You got any more jelly beans? No, all gone, man. Here's the thing. If you have some, you can't say that you don't. All he has to do is touch you, and the truth comes pouring out of your mouth like Niagara Falls. Really? None? I just bought a whole bag, a big one, too. Want some? That's his power. You can't front unsincere. He makes you tell the whole truth, period. Hey, you won't ever have to worry about telling me the truth. That's what friends do. You know, I've been here for 2 years, and I never really had a friend. Like, ever. Well, brother, you've got one now. Believe that! I started to take pride in my school, and I even started wearing the academy gear, but one day, the institution messed around and came looking for me. We were in the auditorium for an awards assembly. Students, today we recognize those who have begun to master their extraordinary powers. Kaboom! The assembly was interrupted by a thunderous booming sound from the back of the stage. And guess who stepped in the room? It was the headmaster, Chaos, from the Institute. He blasted a hole in the wall with his enormous stone fist. With him was his new star pupil, Pause. Chaos, what business do you have here? It's always the business of collecting wayward yet gifted students, and I hear you may have one for me. Where is he? He who? You can't just come and grab our kids. Well, I didn't feel like waiting for you to kick him out. I came for Lava Boy, or whatever his name is. We're here, hot boy. I rolled beneath the seats, plugged some paper in my ears. With Pause in the house, I knew what was coming next. Uh-oh. Grab! Pause snatched the mic from the principal Westview and addressed the student body, and surprisingly, some kids cheered. I'm back. Miss me, y'all. Then she let out the sweetest, shrillest cascade of notes you'd ever want to hear. Or not. The audience froze. Their bodies were motionless. Their eyes raced back and forth in their heads like they were watching a tennis match. It was creepy. Come on out, hot boy. You belong with us. You're an outcast, don't you know? That made me so mad. I felt that surge of scorching lava racing through me. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with me. Nothing at all. I closed my eyes and took 5 deep breaths till I felt the peace come over me. Then I stood up and glared at Headmaster Chaos. Get my name right. Bobby Beacon. Whatever. There he is. Do what you do best, Pause. Pause cupped her hands around her mouth and tried to shoot more of those hypnotic notes at me. I held up my forearm as a shield made of hardened lava formed, which bounced the sound right back to her. I had no idea I could do that. She instantly froze like a statue. Pause was temporarily paused. Then I put my palms together and aimed them at Headmaster Chaos. An enormous beam of golden lava shot at his stone fist and welded them together. He couldn't do anything but drop to the cold, hard floor. Defeated. If you'd like to see how this book ends, I highly recommend having your parents get like lava in my veins. This is such a fun, empowering book of how you can use your thoughts and your talents for good, even when you feel tempted to do the wrong thing. It's never too late to make the right choice. Until next time, bye!